Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the minutes of a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois, held on Tuesday, June 17th, 2025, be approved as recorded in the permanent files of the City Clerk.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gainier, roll call.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Pearson?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye. Is there anyone wishing to appear before the council? And if so, state your name.
Hello, Council. My name is Sean Garrett. I'm a real estate developer here in Ottawa with North Ottawa Plaza Shopping Center as well as the Columbus Square Shopping Center. We acquired those about 3 years ago in town and have worked to improve those properties and bring some new tenants to those properties. And I've really enjoyed my experience. I've enjoyed working with the city staff. It's just been a really positive experience. So about a year ago, I started looking for the next opportunity and settled on the 28 acres on Etna Road, which is on the agenda this evening. So I look forward to discussing that or answering any questions about that property. Really excited to be doing more in Ottawa. I come out here about once a week from the central Illinois area and looking to do more here and plan on owning those shopping centers and everything I do in Ottawa for the next 20, 30 years. So I'm really looking forward to being part of the community, continue to be part of the community. Would be happy to dive into what the ultimate vision is for the 28 acres and why I'm proposing the first phase where I am and with the use that is being proposed, but don't want to bog down the meeting either, but as questions come up, I'm happy to address them. Again, just want to thank you for your time and for consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we will move to the public hearing. Christina, I'll let you do that.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. This is just an additional, as you've seen over the last couple of months, these are 6 additional properties in Fields Hill that if you'll see later on in the agenda will be annexed into the City of Ottawa. These particular properties in Fields Hill are actually contiguous, so that's why we have this public hearing tonight, which is the signing by the property owners of the petition to annex in, and then the ordinance that you'll see under the mayor's portion of the agenda is actually the formal process whereby the city actually brings those properties into the City of Ottawa because they are contiguous. For clarity, some of the other property owners, we've not done the ordinance portion of that because they were not yet contiguous. As soon as they become contiguous or completely surrounded, we will then go ahead and do the ordinance process. So this is just, again, to handle getting these property owners on city water and then eventually connecting them to sewer when that project gets done in 2026 or 2027.
Any questions? Then I think we can close it at 7:03. I think that was about a minute and a half.
All right.
Commissioner Eichelkraut's report.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the biweekly salary payroll of June 20th, 2025, in the amount of $664,076.81 be approved and warrants issued.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Pearson, roll call.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Pearson?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the bi-monthly expense report dated July 1st, 2025, showing expenses in the amount of $609,846.79 be approved and warrants issued.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gainier, roll call.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Pearson?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly financial report of City Clerk Shelley L. Rolson for the month of May 2025 be received and placed on file.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Pearson, roll call.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Pearson?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract renewal of the transit service agreement between the City of Ottawa and the Illinois Department of Veteran Affairs for NCAT, which has been on file for public inspection since June 17th, 2025, be adopted.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gainier, roll call.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Pearson?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye. Commissioner Eichelkraut, is there anything you would like to add?
Just wish everybody a happy 4th of July.
All right. Commissioner Gainey's report.
We have the report of the police chief for the month of June. Squad car calls, 1,797. Arrest, 422. Sent to state institutions, 0. Sent to county jail, 3. Sent to juvenile probation, 0. Central dispatch handled 827 911 calls. They also handled 4,524 administrative calls. Moved by Commissioner Gaynor that the report of Police Chief Michael J. Cheatham for the month of June 2025 be received and placed on file.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Pearson, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gaynor.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
We have the report of the fire chief for the month of June. Number of bell alarms, 2. Number of still alarms, 24. Activated alarms, 32. Number of medic calls, 272. Mutual aid, 2. Number of patients, 215. Total calls for June, 330. Total vehicle responses, 569. Total emergency overtime, 10. Structure loss was at $2,200. Contents loss at $1,500. Vehicle loss at 0, for a total loss of $3,700. Total our residents billed for medical services was 20. Moved by Commissioner Gaynor that the report of Fire Chief Brian R. Bresner for the month of June 2025 be received and placed on file.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gaynor.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Gaynor that the invoice received from Curie Motors Fleet to purchase a 2025 Ford F-50 truck in the amount of $47,448, and the invoice received from Terry's Ford to purchase a 2025 Ford Explorer in the amount of $45,524, both for the Ottawa Police Department, be approved and paid for from the General Corporate Fund.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Pearson,
These are new vehicles for the department. It was a struggle for the chief to find vehicles within the budget range because prices have gone up since the budget was done. But he did it, and we're getting on 2 new vehicles.
all right. Roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gaynor.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Gaynor that an ordinance authorizing the sale of personal property and a 2016 Ford Explorer from the Ottawa Police Department be passed and approved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut,
Again, this is a used vehicle that generally we trade these vehicles in, but the trade-in amount was going to be so little, we think we can do better by selling it outright.
roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gaynor.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Commissioner Gaynor, is there anything that you would like to add?
Just like to wish everyone a very happy and safe 4th of July. Encourage people not to use fireworks on their own, but if they do, please be safe.
I appreciate that safety part of it. Wayne left that part out. Yeah, I did. On to Commissioner Pearson's report.
Moved by Commissioner Pearson that a resolution authorizing the execution of a proposal with Marseille Sheet Metal Incorporated for preventative maintenance agreements for the IVCC Satellite Building, Reardon Pool, and City Hall be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gaynor, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gaynor.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Pearson that a resolution authorizing the execution of a proposal between the City of Ottawa and Chamblin and Associates for the Main Street Bridge underwater inspection, which has been on file for public inspection since June 17th, 2025, be adopted.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gaynor, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gaynor.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Commissioner Pearson, is there anything that you would like to add?
May everyone have all the fingers that they exist on the 4th on the 5th.
All right, on to my report.
We have the report of the registrar for the month of June. There were 41 birth certificates issued and 29 death certificates. Certified copies were issued with fees totaling $3,013. Moved by Mayor Hasty that the report of registrar Shelley L. Rolson for the month of June 2025 be received and placed on file.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gaynor.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that the report of the Parking Administration Department showing fines collected of $1,925 for the month of June 2025 be received and placed on file.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gaynor, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gaynor.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
We have the report of the building official for the month of June. There were 4 building permits issued with fees totaling $184. 2 floodplain development permits, which were no charge. 2 pool permits for $50, 17 fence permits for $850, 5 new business registrations for $500, 29 short-term rentals registered for $7,900, 17 general contractor licenses issued for $1,700, 1 electrical license renewed for $250, 3 new electrical licenses issued for $450, 9 electrical permits for $1,250. Total number of on-site electrical inspections was 23. We had 12 people take our electrical exam for $1,860, and our plumbing inspector did a total of 20 inspections. Our code enforcement officer did 208 inspections, and our construction coordinator did 133 inspections, for a total of permits and licenses of 151, with fees collected of $14,994. Moved by Mayor Hasty that the report of building official Matthew W. Stafford for the month of June 2025 be received and placed on file.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Pearson, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that the report of the sidewalk program showing 2 participants in the amount of $11,157 for the month of June 2025 be approved and paid for from the general corporate fund.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gainier, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that a resolution authorizing the execution of 6 annexation agreements between the City of Ottawa and various property owners in Fields Hill, which have been on file for public inspection since June 17, 2025, be adopted.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that a resolution authorizing the execution of an engineering and land surveying services agreement between the City of Ottawa and Eshli Duttlinger Associates Incorporated for the parking lot improvements at 1120 Canal Street, which has been on file for public inspection since June 17, 2025, be adopted.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gainier, I'll just remind everyone that this is regarding the pad shelter. Roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of an option to purchase and right of first refusal agreement to purchase Unit 5 in the Ottawa Industrial Park between the City of Ottawa and Ann Parr, Mary Jane Parr, Susan Recker, and Sam S. Parr, which has been on file for public inspection since June 17, 2025, be adopted.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that an ordinance annexing certain territory to the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, owned by Arthur and Ellen Mueller as co-trustees, located at 2114 Fields Place, be passed and approved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Pearson, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that an ordinance annexing certain territory to the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, owned by Clarence Conrad as trustee, located at 2111 Fields Place, be passed and approved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that an ordinance annexing certain territory to the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, owned by Jane Clark Jr., located at 2105 Caden Road, be passed and approved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gainier, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that an ordinance annexing certain territory to the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, owned by Amanda Robertson, located at 2120 Caton Road, be passed and approved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that an ordinance annexing certain territory to the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, owned by Max and Alexandra Pierce, located at 115 Beveridge Avenue, be passed and approved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Pearson, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that an ordinance annexing certain territory to the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, owned by Guy Hadsell, located at 2218 Spencer Place, be passed and approved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Gainier, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that the report of the Plan Commission meeting held on Monday, April 28, 2025, and Monday, June 23, 2025, considering the conditional use permit request for a self-storage facility for Columbus Development and Sean Garrett for property located at 550 East Etna Road be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, the council concur with the recommendations of the Plan Commission and the conditional use permit be granted and the follow-up ordinance be passed and approved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut. I'm just going to add that I appreciate the additional information that you gave to the city planner after the planning meeting in regards to the changes to the landscaping along Etna Road and the mapping and everything. I'll ask if anyone else has any other questions.
I'm not a big fan of the project in that area, but I think if it can be screened well enough or made look nicer with the landscaping, it'll be okay.
I have to agree with Tom on that a little bit, but, you know, the land is available and, something needs to go there, but, Also, too, I'd like to thank you for what you've done next to Kroger's and what you've done downtown here. And if you got any open spots, Jersey Mike's would be a nice thing.
Wait a minute, I thought you wanted the chicken place.
I do.
You're changing now on us?
No, you have to build a chicken place separate.
Okay, all right. A duplex, one on each end.
Lord.
So anyway, yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm good. Thank you very much, though.
Roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that the report of the Plan Commission meeting held on Monday, June 23rd, 2025, considering the rezoning request from Lucas Enterprises LLC for property located south of Foss Road and west of Illinois Route 23, be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, the council concur with the recommendations of the Plan Commission and the property be rezoned from Class A1 Single Family Residence District to Class R Rural District, and the follow-up ordinance be passed and approved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut. The only thing that I would add that I thought could have been emphasized more in the planning meeting is that this property is somewhat landlocked because of the railroad tracks that crosses in front of it. So the idea, the premise that it would ever be residential to begin with was faulty. So I think this is helping this landowner in regards to property that's more appropriately suited.
Agree.
Roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson. Aye. Mayor.
Aye.
Everything else, sir?
I'm going to break from everyone else because we know to be safe on 4th of July. And instead, I'm going to announce that on July 21st at 5:30 here at the city, at the council chambers, there's going to be a meeting with CHO, the Citizens for Healthcare in Ottawa. What they're going to be talking about and discussing is trying to get volunteers who would be willing to speak at the state board hearing on August 12th. And those who have a compelling story to share, CHO is lining up buses and anything else that's going to be needed, but they're trying to put together a good list of testimonials to give to that state board. So that's going to be July 21st at 5:30 right here in this room. And I've got nothing else, so.
Moved by Mayor Hasty that this regular meeting be adjourned.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eichelkraut, roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Pearson. Aye. Mayor.
Aye. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. You gotta have a little bit of a smile.